Want to keep up to date with all things tech? Of course you do! Make sure you hit subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss anything. Good evening to you, of course, welcome. Today is Saturday, the 8th of August, and this is MMB Tech TV. Welcome to our every 2 weekly live stream. If you can hear us all right, if you can hear all the audio, let me know in the comments, because I know last time when we did a live stream, there was some audio problems, but if you can hear us all right, let us know in the chat. So, good evening to you, good evening, how are we all? So, still here, 2 weeks in, and things are looking up. Now, I'm going to explain the reason of the, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, there is a change in tonight's show, but I will explain exactly why in just a minute. But mainly, as some of you know, or if you're new coming in to us tonight, good evening to you. As we know, you control what happens in the show. And of course, it's a chat. It's literally just half an hour, 45 minutes of me and you just having a good old chat, because of course when you do all of the normal YouTube videos, you don't get a chance to really sit down and have a talk with some of the guys like you who come and check out our content. So this is what our show was designed all around. So good evening to you. Now, for those of you that do jump in, you know you can get involved in the show. There are a numerous amount of ways in which you can be involved, not only just on the live streams, but on the main shows that we put out as well. And this is exactly how you can get involved in the show. Want to have your say on the show? Well, now you can. You can send your questions and comments in the live chat box and be part of the live community. You can email your questions into us at info@mmbtechtv.co.uk. You can visit the website mmbtechtv.co.uk and submit your questions there, or contact us through any of our social media platforms. So, what are you waiting for? Have your say. So indeed, have your say. So of course, you can get involved in the show. So good evening to you. Hope we're all well. We're still rocking and rolling. I have some updates for you, for those of you I've not really spoke about it because I wanted to keep it a bit private, but I don't mind. I'll tell you in tonight's episode. But before we do that, of course, YouTube is all about a community. We're all a community here. So what I thought I would do is we'll jump into our chat and see who is in there. So if you're jumping in tonight, come and jump in, come and say hello, let us make some noise, let us know that you're here. Let's have a little look. So jumping in, Victor, you were the first one in tonight. Good evening to you, Victor. I hope you're well. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And then of course, Gary. Gary is one of our moderators who joins us as much as and as often as he can. So Gary, good evening to you. Thank you for jumping in. It's always nice to see you. So of course we've got you two having a good little chat between yourself, which is always really, really good to see. So if you are with us now and you're watching this on the live stream, then come and jump in, get your comments in there as well, because it's always nice to meet some of the new people as well. And from some of the comments I've been getting on some of the videos this week as well, we've been reaching some crazy parts of the world which I never thought the content here would do. So thank you. So if you just watch all our normal stuff, thank you very much. It's hugely appreciated. So thank you for jumping in. Thank you for having a look. Now, as I was saying, our show is mainly just a chance for us to have a bit of a sit back and have a chat and just kind of get some stuff out there and get some stuff from you. Let me know, what have you been doing in the last 2 weeks? Have you got anything exciting that you need to tell us? Let us know in the chat box. Or of course, even if you're watching this on the playback, on the replay, get them in the comments. Absolutely get them in the comments, because I always love learning all about you, our audience. So thank you very much. Thanks a lot. But what's been happening over the last 2 weeks? Now, some of you that follow us on our social media will know that I would say the social media presence of our channel has been lacking somewhat, and that is for a couple of reasons. The first one was, for those of you that know me well enough, know that in my day-to-day job, because of course I would love it if this was my day job, I'd love it, but it's not. I got made redundant due to the whole pandemic, which was fine. I understand that. It's bound to happen. And yeah, it was wasn't a good time. Wasn't a good time at all. So during that time, I've been utilising doing some freelance work as a videographer and as a on-screen presenter for businesses in the UK. So that has happened quicker than what I thought it would. I didn't think it would take off as well as it has, but that's where now a lot of my attention has been moving over to doing some corporate stuff, well, because of course that pays the bills, doesn't it? So my attention has been doing that. I've been working very late every night doing editing for the turnaround times for getting all this stuff out, and it's the project, or the business name, is called RBM, so Romeo Bravo Mike, Ryanbot Media. And there I will put some sort of link in the description and stuff after the show is done. So I've been working loads on that kind of stuff. But on the upside to that, if you're watching this actually, and have you been affected job-wise by the pandemic? Are you in a similar boat to me, for example, where you've been made redundant or you've had to lose your job because of the pandemic itself? I ask because I was 5 months out of work, you know, which gave me a chance to really concentrate on doing the stuff I love, which is this. But overall, I have applied for 100 jobs, heard back from 98 of them. No, I've not heard anything back, sorry, from 98 of them. I've had one Zoom interview, face-to-face Zoom interview thing, and then I've had one face-to-face interview, which I'm happy to announce that I've got the job. So it was a massive, like, it was a huge project you had to do to get the job, but it's just, people have been messaging me on LinkedIn saying, how did you do it and what did you do? And it's just, you've just got to persevere. I believe that the right job will land in the paths of the right person. So I'm over the moon. I start on Monday. So as well as, that's why a lot of the content coming out hasn't been happening, because I've been focusing on the freelance side of it, plus the new job as well. And you all know I've got 2 small children, and at the moment here in the UK, it's our 6-week summer holidays where the schools are off for 6 weeks. So I'm trying to look after the kids as well, but it is all coming, it will be falling back into place naturally. So after the show tonight, I am indeed filming 3 items. I'm filming 3 items back to back, so they're ready then to be edited and go straight out. So at least you know there's 3 lots of videos coming up. But that's what's been really exciting over the last few weeks, which is really, really good. I can see a comment's popped into the box there actually. Let's have a look. So let's have a look. So Victor, you were suspended since May and you think until December. Victor, that's a shame. If you don't mind me asking, what is it you do? Let me know. I'm always interested. I'm just nosy is what I am. Let me know. It'd be really interesting to see. So actually, oh sorry, it was from the 1st of April there. Yeah, let me know. It's such a shame when it happens. It's awful, but persistence is the key to doing things like that. So you've just got to keep going. You've just got to keep going. And if you're applying for jobs with a specific craft or skill, someone will bound to snap you up. So I can already see in the comments actually, you're a lawyer. Wow, what an amazing career. That's amazing. I'm sure they're begging out for them. So just honestly, I mean, you don't have to take my advice, but just keep going. Just absolutely keep going at it. It's hard, even emotionally, it's really, really hard. But just keep going, you have to. Sorry, I'm really thirsty. It's really hot here in the UK today. It has been for the last 2 days. It's been absolutely boiling. And this room doesn't help because it's a small room. I've got lights everywhere. Oh my word, I'm probably melting as you talk. So, for those of you that follow me on Instagram, I put a post on with regards to the show was going to be somewhat different tonight. I think the post was that I'm going to be showing you a full screen Apple Watch clone, which was sent in to us by Forever Store. It's called the eWatch. So as you know, I've had loads of Apple Watch clones, I've had loads of them, and when they approached me, said, would you review a unit like this? I was like, well, if it's full screen, yeah, because that's the next step in the clones now, that's what we're kind of after. So they sent it to me, I got it this week, and doing normal things, putting the kids to bed, and where I live to where this studio is, it's a good 40-minute drive to where I was. So I put all my camera gear in the car because I had to borrow some of it for some of the freelance work I do. Put it all in the car, grabbed what I thought was the watch, threw a load of things in the boot. I've come to the studio after slightly running late because I missed the turn off. Got here, got everything out, went to get the things out of the boot. I've opened the bag and gone, I've left it at home. So it's, unfortunately, you won't be seeing the Apple Watch clone on the show tonight. I am really sorry. Do you know what? It's either one thing, it's either the show technically goes wrong or I forget something, and tonight seems to be going all right. So my apologies, but what I might do is, if you guys, that's it, if you guys want to, I can always do I can always do it on Instagram if anyone's on there. What's the best platform that you guys live on? Let me know. And I can always try and do a bit of a sneaky one tomorrow daytime on there and give you a bit of a close-up, a bit of a rawness to it. So instead of being in a studio like this, you can have a look there. But what I thought I would do is instead, I have got a couple of other bits with me. So these may be of interest to you. So not only does the title say it's time for a good old catch-up, because it is, because it's not very often we get to, or in my case, it's not very often now that I'm going to have a chance to just sit here and talk to you, our audience. So I thought in the meantime, I would show you some of the other products that have been sent in to us. So these are some of the stuff that you're going to be seeing in the next few weeks that are going to be being shown on the show. So the first one I would very much like to show you is... So this was the bag, actually. This is the bag that I grabbed and put it in the boot, and it's not the right thing. But, however, still a good product nonetheless, because this is the ArcPack portable charger. Now, there are an abundance of portable chargers that are available on the market at the moment, but this one, for me, steps out massively. Hugely, because the battery life on it, drum roll if you will, because it's a huge 1,500 milliamp hour battery on it. Now the beast itself is huge, it's absolutely huge, but it's called the ArcPack. A bit of a hard one, that ArcPack portable charger. So they sent that in to us, and you can literally pick it up from Amazon for just under £50, I think it is. Have a look. I'm going to go, I've got a close-up camera here as well. I don't know if you can just see it off camera there. But let's go into it and show you. I've got this one and I've got something else to show you as well. So you can see, so in terms of, let's go to the other camera so you can have a little look. So you can even see in terms of the packaging, so you can see there that it's really nice, really simple. I mean, there's the front of the box for you, but I mean, what they offer and what actually you can do with it is phenomenal. They have loads of sort of technology on board, which allows distribution for when you charge all your devices. So it claims it can charge a load of other devices as well, which is just phenomenal for a power bank. So let's jump into it and have a look. So when you come in, you slide it open, and then you're greeted by, for me, which is a big winner, you get this little pouch case on it as well. So you get a little pouch, a little carry case, that's in there. You also get inside the bag a braided USB to USB-C cable. So that, in terms of the cable itself, it feels really robust, like it's going to last you a very, very long time. So it's actually a really, really good USB-C cable. So definitely one to keep. And then inside itself, you get the monster, but we'll come back to that in just a sec. And then on the inside, what you would normally expect, of course, you get your user manual, and of course you get your little power arc guide there as well, which is always really good. It just proves that actually that they trust in their customer service, so it's actually really, really good. So when you look at the power bank itself, yes, it is quite heavy. I don't know if you can hear. It's made of like a aluminum kind of style, but you've got, it's very typical, almost looks like an external hard drive. But then on the top, just there, you've got your power inlet, so you've got USB-C there, which is a power inlet in and out. You've got your power button. Oh, where am I? Power button just there. You've got a USB-C and a USB one there as well. And then on the top, let me turn it on. Let's boot it up. There we go. I don't know if you can see it, but you can see there, and then you've got your battery indicators there as well. But again, from doing some testing and some researching and stuff, it actually only costs around, it costs only around £50 to get on eBay, on Amazon. So the links and stuff I will put in the description after the show. So make sure you try and stick around or jump back in and have a little look. So the PowerArc, a company you might be unfamiliar with, which I've started to follow them on Instagram as well, and some of the other products they do in terms of, they very much concentrate on power. That's where that's their brand, and that's what they specialise in. They do similar ones, but for car chargers, which offer like supercharging. There's an abundance of stuff. But for this one, you do get a lot of other stuff. You got your power indicator, which again shows you whether it's 75, 50, 25, and then of course 0. But they've got this distribution as well, so you can actually plug 3 items in at once. So you can have a laptop maybe, if it's powered by USB-C, that can go in there, as well as a smartphone and an additional device. And what it'll do is it'll distribute the power evenly across, so I think each device will get like a maximum of 30 watt output from it. So you'll still be able to fast charge stuff, you'll still be able to do whatever. So if you're a business person traveling, or for example, I can see in the comments there, like Gary, you do fishing and stuff, this would be an absolute beast for you. You'd probably find it only takes about 3 hours or so to charge up once you've got it completely drained, but this would be a brilliant companion for traveling when you start commuting, or if you've got a big commute somewhere. This would be an absolute beast. I mean, look at it. I wish you could feel it actually, because it just feels really secure. It just feels really heavy. I don't know, it just feels quality, whereas some of the other ones I've got they just feel light, tinny, or you either get them free ones that you normally get from companies that offer them out for free, where they only last about 2 minutes, whereas this one, you genuinely are going to get charge after charge, and it's also fast charge that you get on your devices. So during the review, which I'm filming tonight, you will see that when I plug it into a phone, I think I'll be plugging it into my Samsung, you'll see that it'll just charge right up. Like, you'll see the supercharge. It's amazing. I've only managed to test it slightly because of the time window I've had from having it and then to my availability for filming. But that's another one that I'm going to be filming tonight. So look out for that one. Of course, with any of the stuff that I'm reviewing on the show tonight, if you've got anything in particular that you want me to test about it, or if you think that would be really interesting to put into the review, let us know. Drop them in the comments box, because of course the comments box is all about you, the community, isn't it? So get your comments in there, what you would like to see, if there's anything that you would like me to test on that one. So before I jump on to the other item that I have brought with me tonight, I can just see a few comments popping into the chat box. So let's have a look. So Gary, you're saying you personally prefer Instagram. Oh yeah, with regards to, I'm living on Instagram more for the stories at the minute. So, and I think when you're on YouTube, I think it's 10,000 subscribers where you can have the similar YouTube stories sort of thing. So until I get that, then I'll be jumping over to there. But at the moment, I'm living on Instagram. So if you're on there, give us a follow, go over that way. And that's where I generally find most of my stuff anyway. Let's have a look. So you're saying it will be interesting to see about this for your night fishing and for cameras, etc. Yes, perfect. I mean, I wish I could put it through the lens and show you, but it's an absolute beast. I'm really looking forward to charging. I think they said when they did their laboratory testing on it that they managed to charge a MacBook Pro from 0 to 80% in I think an hour or something, and there was still juice left in it. That's the kind of speed that they're looking at, which is really, really good. So let's say, sorry, I didn't hear that. Let's so for the braided one, there's 100 plus. That would be half the price. No, you're right. But even the cable, like the cable's really tough. It just feels like you're not paying peanuts. You know, it actually feels like you've paid for something, which is really, really good. And it's a 1,500 milliamp hour battery. Oh no, My apologies, no it's not. It's a 15,000 milliamp hour battery. My apologies. So 15,000 milliamp hours. Wow, that should last year, it should. So definitely worth having a look. It's definitely worth checking it out. I'm really looking forward to doing the full review of it as well. So definitely go and have a little look, or if that's your kind of thing, or you require one. I would say with a lot of things, we have a bit of a saying here in the UK that sometimes if you buy cheap, you buy twice, is the phrase. So sometimes as well as it is, sometimes as well as as good as it is, sometimes paying really cheap for stuff, sometimes if the cheaper the buy, sometimes the more the problems you have. So it's, I think sometimes definitely worth a little investment, especially when devices, smartphones, tablets, anything that demands power, more so when you're traveling, and more so the world that we kind of live in, everything's technology based. I mean, even the camera that I'm using is an S10 Plus as a prime example. So absolutely go and have a look. It's by Power. It's called the ArcPack. ArcPack. That's really hard to say. ArcPack by Power Arc. Really hard to say. Go and check them out. Go and have a look. Now, so the other item that I thought I would bring in as part of some of the other reviews that are happening on the show, I am really gutted that I haven't brought the Apple Watch in. I'm really gutted, but I'll have to keep you waiting, keep you in suspense. So the other one that I thought I'd bring in is I did a review of a microphone by a company called Tonor. At some point, I think last year. I think it was last year. And they've reached out to me again to do another review, but on a condenser microphone for them. So if you're looking at going into voiceover work, or you're looking into doing podcasts, or anything that's generally speaking, or you can even use it for, which I will probably use it for this show once I've reviewed it, funnily enough. But it's a brilliant microphone, and it's really compact as well. And this is it. I've hid it under here. So this is it. This is the Tonor TC-777. Let's show you on a close-up cam. Let's show you on that one. So this is it right here. So this is it. There we are. The Tonor TC-777 condenser microphone. So perhaps if you're into, like I said, if you need it for your vlogging, like I've also going to be using this when I do IVRs for customers or voiceovers for customers and stuff. This is what I'm going to be using. So from what I've seen so far, a belting little microphone if that's the kind of thing that you're into or wanting to do voiceover work. I don't recommend it for singing. I just think it's mainly meant for vocal work and only on one person. So if you was doing a podcast and was trying to capture two voices, wouldn't recommend it. I'd only just kind of use the one, but this is the one that they have sent us. So let's open the box. Let's get right in. Let's not mess around. Let's jump in. So let's move the mouse, and as you would expect, so when you open the box, you are greeted by the usual elements. Of course, your instruction manual. You get your, again, another service card, again, pushing about the brand, how good they are, they're really confident, and you also get a 2-year replacement warranty with it as well. So again, it's really reassuring that they actually believe in their brand, they believe in their products, which is really, really good. Now, the beauty about this is that it's simply plug and play. So you can literally plug it straight into your Windows, your Mac, and it'll just be great for, it'll just work straight away. So for if you're wanting to do voiceovers, gaming, live streams, anything audio related really, it will work. Now what they've done is it's come in a really compact box. So what you get your you get your pop shield there. Well, I don't know if you can see, it's just a very basic, very small, but pop shield. You get that included in there, and then the actual thing itself. So it comes really kind of tidily packed within the box. Now it doesn't separate, it's actually all one unit. So you can see this is kind of as it comes. You've got your other wind cover just on there. You've got your arm, which is just here, which again is what's used for, let's screw it on, which is used for your pop shield. So let's screw that in. Way up. Oh, it's very bit tough, my word. Right, well that'll do for now. So you've got your pop cover just on there, your condenser microphone, just there. And then what it does, it comes with a little kickstand, little tripod as well, which is really, really cool. So it is USB, just normal bog standard USB, and that plugs straight in to your Mac or your PC or whatever you want to use it on. So let's move these out of the way. So you can see it comes with your little tripod just there. You can literally pop it there, bend, it's got this really cool bendable arm. And now the only downside I would say is that the cable just isn't long enough. If you were looking at possibly putting it on a rig, I don't know if you can't see it in the shop, but I've got an overhead rig here. But if you was to perhaps set it up on something like that, you know, it's just not long enough, so you would have to buy an extension cable, which you can pick them up cheap enough from usual places, usual suspects, from Amazon, eBay, Wish, if you want to order from down that way. But you can see when you get it there, you would literally, what they tend to say is where the Tonor branding is at the front. I'll show you on close-up cam where the Tonor branding is. That's what, from what they're saying, is that's the best place to speak into. That's what they recommend. Instead of being at the back end, they recommend speak at the front end. So from there, I mean, you can arch it in any way you like, really, but you can bend the pop shield round to there, and then there we go. And I mean, that's literally it. Then you would just literally plug it in, and off you go. The more modern computers, so Mac or Windows, they generally auto-detect that it's a microphone anyway, and then you kind of up and away. Now, I can't do an audio test on it on the show because it'll interfere with all the streaming stuff that we've got on here and all the cameras that we've got plugged in. But I'm going to be looking into this evening, so we're going to be looking at how much noise it creates on its own, so kind of ambient noise, because with some microphones like the Snowball Yeti, when you plug that in, I've used that in the past. If you don't know what the Snowball Yeti looks like, it's a small little white ball. It looks like a small little white ball on a stick. That, when you plug it in, it has a hiss behind it, so if I was completely silent, you would just hear there's this kind of hiss in the background. So it'd be interesting to find out if that's got it, or if that's condensed it even more, or do you end up sounding like some 1950s, you know, voiceover artists where the mid-range is just really heavy. You know, it's interesting to hear, or will be interesting to hear, what the audio quality is going to be like on it. So again, like I asked the question with the power bank, if there's anything in particular that you want us to test, or if there's anything you want me to do when we actually film for the review, let me know, because I'm filming everything after our short live stream this evening. So let me know, get them in. But again, you can pick these up. I've got it just on here. So you can pick this up from Amazon for just over $40. So if you're looking at starting up, or you just need a small little rig for podcasts, for gaming, voiceover work, £40, and it's as compact as that. That's literally as it is. Now the only thing I do want to check, because it would be handy if the leg, does this come off? Oh, amazing, there you go. So you could even, it unscrews off, and you can even actually put this in a booth somewhere, fix it onto a proper mic stand, so it's more versatile. So that'll be interesting to find out. So I'm really looking forward to getting to grips with the audio quality from it tonight. So all will be revealed with it. So if you have got any questions about any of them, or if you want, like I said, if you want me to do, if there's something in particular that you want us to do with them in terms of the review, let us know. And the Apple Watch clone. Now, I will show you, for those of you that didn't join us on the live stream 2 weeks ago, and to be fair, I probably don't blame you. It was a technical nightmare, is the answer. We had no audio for the start of it, and we couldn't figure out exactly why there was no audio, but we fixed it, but about 40 minutes later. So this is the eWatch. I'm sure it has another name, like the W26 or something. I'm yet to find out. However, I will find out for you. So this is the eWatch, and it was sent to us from foreverstore.co. from what the brief look I've had at it, I've not managed to test it fully to kind of what I would like to do. But from what I can see, it's actually really nice. It's the display, as soon as you turn it on, you're literally greeted by a really, really good display. It's even as it says on the picture there, you can see it is literally edge to edge, and I'm not lying about it. So when you turn it on, that's what you're greeted by, this edge to edge color display. Now I did notice it does lag somewhat. More, I'd say it's a bit noticeable. I think once you've turned it on and it's warmed up a little bit and you kind of get used to it all, then it starts to jump in and it's fine, and it kind of goes through the motions and stuff. But you can see is they've got it on for 119, I can't really see on the display. They've got it on for $118, let's call it for sake. And what they've done is they have come to us, or we've approached them and said, can we have a discount code? So what they've done is for MMB Tech TV viewers, they have offered 10% off with discount code MMB Tech TECH. So MMB Mike Bravo Tech TECH. So they've offered a 10% code off this watch through their site. So if you wanted to go ahead and purchase it or wait until after the review, you get 10% off with that discount code as well. So you might as well. I mean, it's a bit of a money saver, and from what I've seen so far, I mean, you do get loads of stuff in it already, kind of what you would expect anyway. So you would get, you know, it's touch screen, you've got multiple choices of watch faces on there, heart rate sensor, ECG, IP68, which again I was going to be testing this evening, but I forgot. I'm going to have to come back to the studio and film it again. Oh, when I remember it, I might just do a midweek live stream. If you guys would join me, would you join me for a midweek live stream if I get it? And bring it back. Let me know if you would, and I can get that in. So let's have a look. So it's got Siri and all that kind of support, which you would expect. So bearing in mind, when it's got the assistance supports on them, they're obviously not directly on the watch. You're just sending that vocal request to your device, and your device is sending that vocal request back. So don't think you've got Siri on it. It's just relaying what it's hearing. Wireless charging, which it does, and it's a small pin. It's not. It's when I tried to charge it up, it was it doesn't dock very well. It's not sturdy enough for me. I think it's because I'm used to having my Samsung watch that just sticks to this plate. You do get your push notifications. There's a pedometer, sedentary reminders, GPS, and there's a forever warranty on board as well. So for those of you that don't know, their forever warranty is a warranty I've never seen in the company before. So if you lose, break, damage, replace, you know, if it's lost, stolen, damaged, broken, they will send you a replacement out for its lifetime of the watch. I think that's why you're paying a bit more, but you're getting the service back. I mean, how many times do you lose stuff, break stuff? I mean, if you've got children, you know what it's like, that they break and damage stuff all the time. So it's definitely worth having a look. It comes in a couple of colours as well. I think it's space grey, black, and I think there's a goldy colour. I think it's not letting me load up the thingy. And I think there's two sizes. There's 44mm and there's a 40mm as well. So something for a bit. So for both kind of wrist sizes really. But I'm gutted that I forgot to bring it. I thought I picked it up and I didn't. I'm fuming, absolutely fuming. But what I will be doing is, because I might as well show you actually, haven't I? I might as well show you all. You can see just behind me, that says 5,500 subscribers. That's wrong, because we're now over 6,000. I think it's 6,100 subscribers now. We're actually past it, which is great. Thank you to everyone that is subscribing and watching and stuff. I absolutely love it. So it does need updating. I need to print a new one off. But what I did say was, when we reach 6,000 subscribers, we're going to do a competition. We're going to do a giveaway back to you, because of course, as part of the appreciation for you guys coming, checking out the live streams, for watching all the content, for even coming to us on Instagram, on Facebook, and Twitter and stuff. So what we thought we would do is, if you guys want to, you know, you guys decide. If you want to win the this eWatch, if you want to win one, I'm thinking of giving it away, the actual review watch. So you have to remember, I would have used it, I would have tested it, it'd be in a used state. But if you want, if you want me to give it away, let me know. Get in that comments box and let me know, because if you do, then what I'll do is I will then, over the next week or so, have a bit of a think of just what to do in terms of the competition. I don't want to use the ones that we did last time where you go through a site or something. I might just make something on our website where you just literally put your name, your email address, submit, done. I think that would be the easiest way around, I think. So what do you guys think? Let me head into the chat box, actually, and let me see what you guys think about it. What do you think about the watch? What do you think about the products? Let's jump in and have a little look. Let's have a look. Ayash, good evening to you. Good evening. Thank you very much for jumping in and joining us. I hope you're well. Thank you for coming into the little catch up that we're having here. We're here every 2 weeks, so hopefully we're good to see you back again. Let's have a look. You've heard of, so Gary's heard of Tonor. They are meant to be really good. They have a few of the products they've got are really, really good. I mean, the handheld mics that I did on the show, I've used them in my DJing side of the business. I've used them before. They're actually really, really good. Gary, is it USB? Yes, it is USB. Plug and play, straight away, bosh, done. Hi, Neo. Neo, good evening to you. Sorry, I lost it for a second there. Good evening to you. How are you? You okay? You well? Good to see you. So at this point, you may as well pay for a real Apple Watch, which is at least £90. So, Neo, good point. It's a good point, and it's always a hard one when people say, well, you might as well pay a little bit more and get the real product. So it's just how you perceive it. I think that's why I went for I touched on it the other week when I was doing a comparison. I went for the Samsung Active Watch 1 because now it's a hell of a lot cheaper, so much cheaper. I mean, so much so I think I only paid about £70 for mine in a second-hand store here in the UK, and mainly because it received the updates that the Active Watch, all that kind of stuff, it got those updates. So I felt like I don't need a speaker, which I know the Active Watch 2 has got. Don't need it because I don't listen to music, I don't listen to requests off it, I don't answer phone calls on it. So for me, I was like, well, I don't need it, so that's why I went there. So again, it's another good point, but it's all personal preference, isn't it? So I think you do pay a tiny bit more, but I think that's where you get the warranty back from that as well. But it's just another recommendation. You can always have a look, but I know you can pick up now Apple Watches on eBay and stuff. Even if you went for I think the Apple Watch Series 3 is probably going for, here in the UK, about 150 quid, £150 I think is what it's roughly going for. So, it's personal preference. If people can afford to pay that little bit more, brilliant, go for it, absolutely, that's what I did, absolutely. So Gary, you're saying it's an absolutely fantastic prize. It is a fantastic prize. So thank you very much. I want to be able to give more is what I want to be able to do. And that's hopefully is what's going to be happening as we move forward, this studio space that I'm in now is, again, I've only got it for I think about another month or two. My vision is in this time next year to be in if any of you watch YouTubers like Casey Neistat, for example, brilliant YouTuber, very much an example of what I like to watch. That's what I really like his content and stuff, which is really, really nice. I want to be in a position where I've got like a warehouse where I can roll the shutters up, I can go in and I've got a green screen space here and I've got a comfortable seating area for filming there. I want to be able to, that's my vision, is where I can do my freelance work plus doing a lot of the YouTube stuff over that way as well. So that's where I want to be with it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, you never know. You can only be hopeful. Victor, thank you very much for your $5 on your super chat. Thank you very much. It is hugely appreciated. Thank you, sir. Thank you. And don't forget, if you do want a super chat, please feel free, because of course the money that's raised in the show goes back into the show to buy stuff, to buy new products or buy new equipment, just to make sure the show keeps going. So thank you very much, Victor. That's really, really appreciated. But we still have loads of stuff still to come up. in the next few weeks on the show. So we're still going to be doing more reviews. These are going to be coming out, but of course I start my new job on Monday. Very nervous, very nervous, but yeah, still really nervous about it all. So we will be wrapping it up in about 5 minutes time. So before we do, I just wanted to jump in to the questions from you guys. Do you have any burning questions that you would like to ask? Is it with regards to any products? Is it, sorry, I'm so thirsty, it's unbelievable. So have you got any questions regarding any of the products that we've had on the show, or any of the reviews that we've done, or if there's anything that keeps coming, or if there's, you know, you've seen something, you've got a little niggling question about it? Now is your 5 minutes where you can ask those questions, because of course then we will be wrapping it up, because I've got a night of filming. So I'm going to be, the time in the UK now is 5 to 10. So 21:55, so I'm going to be here for the next few hours at least, anyway, doing lots of filming. I'm very pernickety about it, and I'm just, again, all I can do is apologise that I've not brought the smartwatch with me. I'm absolutely gutted about it, because you would have loved it. But let's jump in. Let's jump in to the chat, because again, we were saying this is kind of like your last 5 minutes before we wrap up. So if you haven't got any questions, get them in. So actually, Victor, I wanted to touch on your comment there. So 10,000 followers is the next up. Keep the content, the good content. Thank you, by the way. I'm just over the moon by that. Actually, Victor, you're my first ever super chat ever in our live streams. So Victor, thank you very much. Don't know, it's really appreciated. Really emotional. So yeah, 10,000 is the next stop. So I think before we came on air tonight, I checked and it was 6,100 and something, I think it was. So within a couple of days, we've shot up just by 100 subscribers. It's absolutely mental. But I love it. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love it. But I wouldn't be able to do it without the support from you guys. So again, massive thank you to you, massive thank you. Julie, good evening to you. I believe, if I remember rightly, Julie, you're in the USA, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, but good evening to you. Thank you for jumping in. Jumping in at the last point of the evening, because we're going to be wrapping up. So Julie, you're saying loved your review of the Galaxy Watch Active 1. You're sold. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'm going through a weird transition at the minute, because I'm a bit of a Samsung advocate. Love Samsung products, so much so that I'm thinking about getting the S20 within the next week or so. Not really sure, but because of how, when you, videography wise and creating content, you tend to find that doing the job that I do, you use Macs for everything. So the new role where I'm starting again, we've got Macs there for video editing and stuff. But when you're using big DSLR cameras, and I always use smartphones as a secondary camera, so if you're filming someone like that, then you want off-camera shots. But they're just, Samsungs are a bit of a nightmare getting them off there to get them on a Mac. So whereas using an iPhone, you can airdrop everything across. So I might be transitioning in September to the new iPhone. Dun dun dun. I know. So I'm a bit stuck at the minute. I'm a bit like, I don't really know what's best. I'm still trying to figure all that out at the minute. I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think. Who's let me know in the comments who is Samsung and who is Android and who is iOS. What is the kind of, it's always a good question that I always like to ask. So Julie, going back to you. Yes, oh, you're from the USA. So good afternoon, I think, if I'm right. Good afternoon to you. So Neil, congrats on your new job. Hope you stay safe and well, and see you all next week. Neil, thank you very much. I hope you stay well and stay safe as well, because I know it's still a weird scenario. So here in the UK, we're still obviously social distancing. We have to wear masks in all shops, and then now they're controlling the regional side of it now. So in our regions, so some of them are just locked again, just that particular region. Some are fine. So it's still a weird kind of place in the UK at the minute. I mean, it's weird anyway, but it's still kind of weird with what's happening. So let's have a look. So Julie, you started your new job this week. Congratulations to you, Julie. Congratulations. It's always good. Love it like that. Love it. So let's have a look. That's good to know indeed, because you're currently on Android. Yes. Yeah, Android user. I was an Android user for years. I have been for years. I had the well, what started it all off was I had the iPhone 7, I think it was. And do you remember when iPhone 7s were bending? There was a whole bend gate theory behind them. And mine was one of them that was naturally bending in the pocket. So I went to Apple, took it there, tried my best, and they were just not having it. And you could literally put it on the table and you could see it looked like a banana. It was ridiculous. So because of all the hassle I went through, I just went, forget Apple, I'm not doing it anymore. Went to Android. And I've been there ever since, but only because my job has changed since then to what I do now. I'm like, oh God, I really need an iPhone, really, which makes my job a lot easier. So I'm still really stuck in the middle. I'm still like, do it or not? Let's have a look. Victor, used to have an iPhone, but you're now on Samsung. Ooh, gone the other way round. Be interesting to know why. Julie, definitely Android. I get a feeling this is an Android party tonight up in here. So Neo, I use Android for video editing, as you can add SD cards, but I use iOS for everyday use. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the winning things with Samsungs, is that you can, or most Android phones that will allow you to do it, is that you can put your SD card in and you can do your content and you're away. And it's just expandable. And I think that's where Apple lack, is that they restrict themselves so much. I think if they was to have an option, or add the option in to add an SD card, game changer, absolute game changer. I mean, I know you can put like a USB-C pen drive in there now, but it's just not the same. It's not the same at all. So Victor, used to have an iPhone 7 until December, when my wife bought you the iPhone 11 Pro Max and gave me until my wife bought the iPhone 7 and 11. The iPhone 11 Pro Max and gave me a Samsung A9. Even the A9, the A range for Samsung, I've found they're amazing. All you do, you're getting the same hardware that is in the high-end devices, but you're not getting all the fancy tempered glass. You're not getting all the other side bits to it. You're not. It's just, I know it's in a plastic casing, but once you put a case on a phone, it doesn't. For me, there's no difference there. It's just then you've got it in a phone. So the Samsung A range, if you haven't, if you're looking for a mid-range phone, have a look at them, because the cameras are still good. They're still really, really good on what you can capture on them. But the iPhone 11 Pro Max is because the camera quality is amazing on it. But that's why I'm thinking do a holdout for the iPhone 12, which is due to be released in September. So we'll find out. I think once we watch the launch of it, we'll find out more, we'll get involved and have a look into it. And then I'll probably make my decision from there. But for now, the Samsung devices, rock and roll. Love them, absolutely love them. But like I mentioned, thank you very much to everyone for jumping in and having a chat with us tonight. Now, again, I will apologise, of course, it wasn't the same as what we was expecting it to be. I did want to have the Apple Watch clone on the show, but because I'm a stupid idiot, I've left it at home. But I will try. If you want to, let me know. If you want me to do it, just put yes in the comments. But if you want me to try and do a sort of midweek live stream just specifically on that one, let me know, and I can always work on it and try and work something around doing it. I can try, or even if it's just on Instagram, I will do some sort of live stream and give you a bit of a sneak peek at it as well. But thank you very much. Don't forget, if you haven't been over already, as always, you can head over to the MMB Tech TV website, and there you can get involved in loads of parts of the show. Of course, it does need updating. I've not updated it this week, but there you can check out our latest videos. You can read some of our blogs there as well. And if you haven't become a VIP member, where you get email notifications on new stuff that's coming out, and what we're going to start doing, I've just built the template for it, but it's the we're going to be doing where we offer special discounts, where we're going to be sending them products out to you with specific discount codes. So if you want to join that, you can head over that way as well. Gary's just put the link in the description. Thanks, Gary. You can read all about me, the videos are there. You can see some of our blogs if you've got a bit of time to have a read. I have got another blog coming up shortly as well that's going to be going in there. Oh, is it going to do it? Let's double click. There we go. So you can see we've got some of the blogs that are on there, so you can have a little nosy if you want. But if you do want to get involved in the show, not only can you get involved just by using the chat box, but you can, of course, scroll down to the bottom and you can submit your questions just in there. And then, of course, they'll be stored and banked, ready for our next live stream. So if you want to do that, head over MMBTechTv.co.uk. Go and have a look. Go and have a look. But I've had a wonderful time this evening. It's actually, the show has gone on longer than what I thought it would have done. I only ever pencil the shows in to be half an hour, 45 minutes. And tonight we've been on air for about 55 minutes, I think it's showing. Let me have a look. How long we've been on for? 56 minutes, actually, tell a lie. So thank you very much to everybody. Thank you to you. Of course, thank you to Gary for being our moderator, as always, getting involved in the chat. So thank you very much to you. But make sure you come and check us out over on Instagram. I might do a little something over there tonight once I finish filming. Thank you so much to everyone. Don't forget, share our content out, get it out there, and I'm sure soon enough we'll be at 10,000 subscribers. But from me, Ryan, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later. Good night.